Welcome, everyone, to the Purpose for Life podcast. It's Wisdom Wednesdays once again, and I'm so excited. We have our co pilot here today, Monu Singh. I'm Suzanne Roberts, your host, author of It's Deeper Than That, and founder of the Great Reconnection. Hi, Monu. Thank you for being here.
Hi, Suzanne. I'm so happy to be here with you and all of our listeners.
Me too. We're in 30 countries now. Isn't that
Wow,
great? Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah, keep spreading the word. What I love about these days is we do bring a topic here that's a topic of wisdom, and we explore it, and then it gives you the opportunity to explore what it means for you too. And today we're reading from the book It's Deeper Than That. And we're reading about our birthright. And yesterday I was on a podcast, Jane Hogan's podcast, and she asked me to come be on one of her, I think it's a monthly wellness program. And I shared the battery design for Reconnection, the ideal wireless pattern with them. And they were blown away that there's actually a deeper purpose for our life than what we produce in the world, which is meaningful. I think we're meant to contribute and help make this world a better place. And there's a deeper than that, which is that we have an inherent design that conducts our soul energy through our body in order to remember itself. So we are literally designed like a battery to return and remember the truth of who we are as a soul current. So that's the deeper purpose while we're working on fulfilling a meaningful purpose in this life. And I think the meaningful purpose gets informed by that deeper purpose. Inherent in this battery designed for reconnection, where we return and remember the truth of who we are as a soul of a drop of the eternal ocean of love, we're going to talk about it as our birthright here today. And this is from the book. Our birthright is awakening to our radiant soul within. I'm just going to say that again. Our birthright is awakening to our radiant soul within. I would say that's our deeper purpose, and that's what we're designed for. And as we come to know our own radiant soul within, then it will inform us what the best way for us to contribute is through the unique way that we're made. And then it'll feel natural and uplifting and alive and joyful and meaningful and satisfying. In our coming home to our radiant soul within, we then know our own worth and value. How can we not? If we're coming home to our own soul currency, which is a drop of the eternal ocean of love, we are already valuable and worthy. There is nothing to prove here, nothing to earn. And it is there that we find our aliveness. And then it says we join our aliveness. Our soul currency is our very aliveness and vibrancy and vitality and gift of life. We experience our vitality, our dignity, and our inner safety live in tune with our life force. So, tuning into that radiant current inside, we already are dignity. And there we are truly safe. It's the safest place for us to be, is in tune with that radiant current. Because the current, the soul current, flows at all times. It's sending and returning. As long as it's in the body, it's flowing all the time, sending and returning, sending and returning. And that's what makes us alive. Being alive is proof of our deservingness. There is nothing we have to do to earn life itself. We don't earn it. We've already been given it. Just that we're breathing, that our heart is beating is because our soul is in our body, animating and enlivening our body. It's already given. And then it says we have everything to do with consciously choosing to know our own vital energy. And when we started with Birthright, we do get to consciously choose to know our own soul. That is up to us to come to know our own vital energy, that own radiance that's pulsing inside of us all the time. That is our birthright. It's the deeper design and the deeper purpose. So when you hear birthright in this way, how does it resonate with you, Monu?
I think, one of the things I was thinking about as you were reading, it's such a stark contrast to the messaging that we get really from the time that we're born, I think, for most of us, at least, like we'll say here in the US. The messaging that we get from the outside world, and that could include our families and people close to us, is one of constantly striving, right? I mean, that's something that's really stitched into sort of the American mythology, I think, is like, work hard, better yourself, improve your life, and then you can find value,
Mm,
where you can get affirmation. You can find there's a place for you in this country if you work hard and earn and produce, right? The reading is like so different from that story. And I find it really incredibly empowering because there are so many external circumstances that can affect how people value us when when we're searching for value outside of ourselves,
mhm.
right? But if we think that like each person, each living being across the world, regardless of their circumstances, their material circumstances, or their environment, or the family that they're born into, they come into this world with this inherent worth that they don't have to do anything to s- prove it or look outside of themselves for it. Like, I feel like what an incredibly powerful way to be moving through the world, knowing how you're made and what you're made for, which is to really know yourself, to understand our own soul's design. So it feels like freeing. It feels really powerful. It feels like, particularly in these times, it feels like something that's really necessary for people to start to understand as they're trying to navigate all of the changes that are happening outside of us. That, there is a place where they can find safety in a time of instability. There is a place where they can find their own incredible value in a time where they may not be able to find that outside of themselves. And I think the more we turn inside and begin that internal exploration, the more freedom we can begin to taste.
I think you're saying so many really important things in terms of striving and producing to be rewarded from outside of you, and which is unpredictable. Some people might value it and some people might not. Some people might love that you're producing, but don't care if you exhaust yourself. They want what they want from you and don't care if you're resourced or resting or having self care or balance in your life. Just produce, right? And I think that I want to make sure people know that when any of us are tuning into our core radiance, it doesn't mean that we're inactive or we're not taking action. It means we're doing it connected to our deeper self. We're doing it with self renewing energy, with access to this radiance inside, and that we're resting in a state of being and living from a place of knowing and truly knowing that we're actually worthy already. We don't have to produce to prove our worth.
Exactly.
And it's such a different way of being. And I just want everyone, part of the reason why I wrote the book and am doing these Wisdom Wednesdays is because I want everyone to know that there is a pathway to have access to your own inner radiance, to your own vitality, to your own liberation, to a deeper purpose that, I always say our soul comes in with us when we get born and it leaves the body when we die. And why not join that current that we're going to follow and know it while we're here instead of waiting on our deathbed? Oh my God, there's this other thing to know besides everything I produced in the world, which is going to leave me here. We get to know it now. And yeah, it's such an opportunity. And I love that it's your birthright. And I just noticed on the back of the book, it says your birthright at the top. So it is our birthright. I'll read what it says underneath your birthright. There is a treasure hidden inside you, invisible to your eyes. This treasure may be unknown to you now, yet it is knowable within, and you have everything you need already right inside of you. Alrighty, any last words of wisdom you have here, Monu, for our listeners?
I feel so excited by the idea that people can find what they need inside of themselves and don't have to look outside or prove anything to anyone else to feel their own value and their own connection to life.
Mhm. And their dignity and worth.
Absolutely.
It's right there alive all the
Yeah.
time. It's up to us to choose it, but it's there. It's happening. All righty. Thank you, everyone, for listening to us. If you like this, subscribe, give us a review. I'm Suzanne Roberts, your host. We have with us Monu Singh. I'm the author of It's Deeper Than That and the founder of the Great Reconnection. Thank you for being with us here today. You can always leave us comments, let us know what you'd like to hear, and we'll see you again in 2 weeks.